Good morning. Um, I'm 3 whole minutes early today. So I thought, um, my mum mentioned that you have to find it in the news feed because I haven't seen it. So if you're there before me, then it's kind of annoying or like causes anxiety. So I thought, I'll come wait. I just need to plug my laptop in. Ooh. So if you're watching this later in the day, I hope you've had a lovely day. If you're watching now, then it's Friday. What a beautiful Friday. We made it. I'm so disorientated. I feel like time has got a whole new dimension or concept now of like, when did we, because did lockdown start here on Tuesday? Like, it just seems absolutely crazy that it's now only Friday. It feels like this has been going on for about 7 months, I think. I hope everyone was involved or heard or has seen some of the clapping yesterday for the NHS, which is just such a wonderful way to show our appreciation, but also such a nice way to bring everyone together. So lots of good vibes. Okay, so I'm just going to wait until 10:30. Hey Sarah, how are you? Are you doing your sessions online now? I had Sarah's training to be a therapist or counsellor, psychotherapist. I'm not sure. So, oh, okay. You know, my mum couldn't find where to put intentions either. Maybe I'll send you the link again. Yeah, so I had a therapy session, and it was my first one online, and I was really not looking forward to it. I thought I wouldn't like it because it's whatever style. Well, they don't say anything, and then if they do, they repeat what you've said. And I found it really, yeah, yeah. I found it really frustrating in the room. And so then we're going online. I was like, well, I'm not going to like this even more because it's now in my house. And I was really, which I guess is part of the process that we struggle against it. And then, but I really liked it. I really liked doing it on the line. On the line, online. I think maybe because it wasn't that so intense, just having it on the laptop. Yeah, so I was quite happy about that. Anyway, okay, so 12:30. So today is balance. So it potentially is. Are you joining?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, grab on that. Yeah. So today. Hello. Oh, Kim! Hello, if you're still there. How lovely to see you. I stopped someone running yesterday because I thought it was you. She was like, what? And it wasn't you. Anyway. So, balance. Yeah, so today might be slightly more challenging than we've done in the past. But I would like you to stick with it. So, a lovely quote or some rules from Shanti Vida. This is, my sister lives in Barcelona, her local yoga studio are doing yoga online and they're just amazing. The studio's amazing and their karma and everything's wonderful. So actually I might link them into this so you can find them because they've got videos online as well. They're a bit longer, more like an hour and 10 or something. Anyway, he was saying 3 rules that he'd like you to follow, and I think I might adopt those. Is 1, try to breathe through the session. So I'll try to cue breaths, but just keep breathing if you come out of sync. But try to move with your breath and try to slow that down. Be very mindful of your breath. The second one was not to be lazy. We're at home, no one can see. It's easy to be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And also today is really going to work our legs as well as our balance, and which is always quite humbling because we fall and our ego doesn't like that. So I want you to just stick with it. But the third one is to be gentle to your body. So nothing should be painful. And also be gentle with yourself. If you can't do something, don't let that ego moan at you about it. Just be nice and kind. Okay, so we're going to start with the 4-7-8 breath. So you can do this seated or lying down. If you're seated, please try and prop something under your bum or sit against a wall, just to avoid that kind of lower slump, because it really kind of inhibits our nice room to breathe. So the 4-7-8 is, you'll see that a lot in mindfulness, also in yoga. And it's quite a good one because it seems very unbalanced. We inhale for 4, we hold for 7, and we exhale for 8. But it's quite a good one to see. Something can seem unbalanced, but as our body falls into a rhythm, actually we work with it and we become balanced again. And obviously with everything in yoga, it can be translated into the big wide world. So at the moment we may feel slightly unbalanced, but actually we just kind of relax, fall into that rhythm, and we gain our balance back. So I'm going to guide us through. We're going to start with 4s, and then I'm going to slowly increase till we come to 4-7-8. So sitting comfortably, grounding yourself down. Maybe just taking a few. I breathe in and out through the nose, but always when I get here, I need to just kind of inhale and exhale through the mouth. I feel like, whew, as if, okay, right, I'm here now, so that's okay. Release everything from your morning so far, and just try and settle into where you are. So just slowly allow a pause to try to release tension, thoughts that are roaming around. Just settle in. You're on your mat for the next 30 minutes. Just allow that time. Taking an exhale, and then we begin. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Continue with your own count. Inhaling for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. Deep rounds. When you finish, just release yourself into your natural rhythm of breathing. On your next inhale, big stretch, lifting the arms up, really reaching up, and exhale, releasing down. So come onto all 4s on your mat, please. I don't know why it's on mute, Mum. Are you on? There should be maybe a little symbol on the screen, perhaps. Good morning, everyone. Hello. So on all 4s, please, we're going to do some cat-cows. fingers spread wide. Big inhale, so warming yourself up. Good. And allowing your breath to just move between the two. And then come into your neutral spine. We're going to do our bird dogs, or maybe called Supermans. So we're extending our right leg. I want you just to begin with to keep your toes on the floor. You'll then try to extend your left arm forward, so opposite leg and arm. Trying to keep your centre line, your back still, so we've got our T-set on our back. You're lifting the leg up, reaching away. So you can point with your toes or with your heel, but just try and do one rather than just a floppy little foot. Keeping your hips facing down, reaching and release down. Just do a little cat-cow to realign yourself. And then go to the other side. So your left leg extends. And so I just encourage you to pop the foot on the floor to begin with, because sometimes you swing the hip out. So it just helps you to extend but then realign yourself. Right arm reaching forward and then stretch it up. And release down. So now we're going to go into our crunches. So both sides, we're going to do 5 crunches on each. So again, trying to keep minimal movement in your spine. Right leg extends out, left arm forward. And our body kind of wants to do this, our lower back is it's so keen, it's such a people pleaser. It's like, I can do it, and it arches us more than we need to. We're just trying to keep a straight line. Once you're in that straight line, trying to bring your knee and elbow to meet underneath you, but keeping your back still and extending out. I'd like to do 5 of those. You inhale as you extend, and you exhale as you crunch. And there are no prizes for going fast. This is all slow and controlled. Remember, we're working our balance, so the longer you're kind of off the floor, the more it's working. So our ego will be really challenged today because we are going to wobble, we are going to fall. Again, it's a great opportunity to show how we respond to that situation. When you've done 5, switching your legs. Lifting up and coming in. And really, again, don't be lazy. We'll kind of stop here, but actually, could you just maybe go a little bit further? And really, when you extend out, you extending the arm, extending the leg, moving between the two. When you've done your 5, again, don't rely on me. I rarely count properly, so it's always best to do your own count. And now the cat-cow, just to release him. And then once more on each side. This time we're moving the back as much as we can. So extending the right leg out, left arm forwards, and then we're going to try and reach up and grab behind. This might not be available to you, so just try and reach wherever you can and try and take your gaze back. If you can reach, you're grabbing hold of that foot and then trying to push into your hand and take your gaze backwards. So hopefully this will make you wobble. So for me at the moment, I'm really sinking into my left hip, so I need to lift up and out of that. 1, 2, down. Reaching forward, relax down. Other side. So if you've done the opposite side to me, that's fine, just as long as you do the different side. Reaching behind and taking your gaze back if you can. Moving your gaze really works the balance much more. So if you feel quite comfortable here, then try to move your balance back. If this is quite a struggle this morning, then just stay here. You're working it out. Releasing forward, down. Just rest down into our pose, really lengthen that spine. Big inhale and exhale. And then coming up into down dog. A little pedaling through the feet. And lengthen your spine, swing this one, lengthen the spine, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. And then slowly walking your feet into your hands, relaxing into your forward fold. And really just rounding that lower back a little as well. And then with a big inhale, lifting all the way up. And exhale to release. Okay. So you can see me a little bit more. Okay, so let's do a salutation. So with the salutation, I'm going to add in some little optional extras. So if you want to, when we inhale, come up onto your toes. And then I'll give us a little prompt on the plank as well. So inhale, lifting up, option to come up onto the toes. Exhale, if you want to, try to stay on your toes as you come forwards. Release into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into your plank. This is optional, so in full plank or with knees down, I'd like you to try and lift one leg off, other leg, one hand, other hand. They're optional. And then come down to the floor. So either knees down or from a plank, lowering yourself down, trying to keep your elbows close. Untuck the toes. Inhale up into your back bend. Good. Protecting your spine by engaging your core. So squeeze your belly button in. Hello. Pushing back into down dog. Inhale, taking your gaze forwards. I'm not at all bothered that she's just got a kind of block covered in peanut butter on my meditation cushion. That is totally fine. Walk, step or jump your feet to your hands. Release into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale up. If you tried your toes on the way down, try to come up onto your toes on the way up. And release down. Good, okay, so we're going to do some, it's kind of a flow that I'm going to slowly build up. So it's working our balance and hopefully it will really be working your thighs. So just try and stick with it. That's Thomas sticking with it. It's off. Working, you say? No. Okay, so go into the front of your mat. Oh, good idea. We're going to come into Utkatasana, which is our chair pose. So to do this, we inhale, sweep our arms forwards and try to sit down. So on this one, some cues, your bum will want to kick back, like mine is a bit, so I need to tuck my tailbone and try and bring my belly button in. You want to be able to see your toes. So if your knees are too far forward, try and sit back a little and reaching up. Going to hold for 3, for 2, 1. Inhale, pushing up. Good. So now we're going to add a lunge. So sweeping the arms forwards, come back down. So without moving too much, so says the vessel that's moving massively. I want you to be in the spot, trying to keep your knees bent. I'd like you to try and step back into a high lunge with your right leg. And then lifting up. Good. Then we're going to try to gently keep that front knee as it is. Step the foot back. Place it down and then inhale up. Good. Same, other side. So, sweeping the arms forwards. Find your squat. And just step back with the left leg. Lift it up into that high lunge. Gently step the foot forwards. And inhale to push up. Good. Okay, let's take that a little further. So now, before we come into our high lunge, sweeping forwards. So your options, to step back into your high lunge or to lift up, lift your leg up and step back. Or third option, which is the harder one, is to lift your leg and come into a figure of 4 or the keyhole stretch. So just to sink down, step up, and then step back. So there's 3 options there. So as we did before, stepping back, lifting up, and extending. And we're trying to be controlled. So this supporting leg's really doing a lot of work. Or into your keyhole, and then stepping back. So either way, meet me in lunge. We're going to sink down a little.
Okay.
And then reverse the way you went in. So if it was knee up or keyhole, do whatever you did, come back into your squat. Ooh, and inhale, push up. Shake that out a bit. So you should really feel like So these arms and legs are doing stuff, but it's your supporting leg that's really holding your whole body up, so you should really feel that in your supporting leg. Okay, let's go to the other side. Sweep the arms. Inhale, lengthen. And then when you're ready, again, whichever variation you're choosing, come back into your high lunge. And really lengthening that high lunge. Ground it down through your front foot. And then slowly with control, coming back however you went in. And then come back to your squat. And inhale to release up. Good, okay, let's do a salutation just to loosen up, and then we're going to build on that some more. So, when you're ready, inhale. So I generally sweep the arms, but if you want to, you can press together and inhale up. So if you're coming up onto the toes, then do. So let's start the salutation. Inhale, hops up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Step or jump into your plank. And lower yourself down. Inhale up. Exhale, push back into down dog. Just pausing in down dog. If you want to, stay here, or if you want to, just stretch your leg. So again, just taking any limb off the floor just makes the rest of the body work a little harder. So if you just want to stretch and open up, if you lift one, then make sure you do both sides. But equally, you can just stay in your down dog. When you're ready, inhaling, forward, step forward, jump your feet to your hands, relax into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, lower down, and then inhale up to standing. And release down. Okay, so let's build on the flow we're doing. So I'm not going to keep saying, so you know you can lift the knee or come into glute or just step back. So this time, into your chair. Try and keep your breath steady. Coming into whichever move you're doing. You're going to high lunge back. And then from there, lifting up into the warrior three we discussed yesterday. So the third warrior, reaching forwards. And then releasing back into your high lunge. And then reversing out. So let's give that a go. So, into your chair pose. Your variation to try and transition into your lunge. So trying to sync your breath. We inhale to lift and exhale to lower down. From there, inhaling up and exhaling into your warrior three. Remembering the straight line is kind of the most important. So try and keep a straight line wherever you go, and eventually we're trying to aim to be parallel with the floor. Gently try to step back and then reverse back out. So stepping forward, however you went in, and releasing down. And then push up. Shake it out a little bit, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay. She's on her own time. Okay, so let's do the other side. Sweep the arms. Inhale. Reaching up. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale, you're lifting up into the leg lift. Exhale, sink down. Inhale up. And exhale, sink. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale up. Into your lunge. And remember, if you're wobbling, if you're falling, this is good. You're here, you're doing it, you're on your mat, and you've shown up, and that's what yoga is about. Oh, it's not about getting parallel with the floor, it's about how we respond to the situations we're in. Coming forwards, so we're reversing out, gently coming into your squat, and in. Okay, we're going to take that into a longer flow now. So I'm just going to give you one more option. So instead of coming from whichever one you're coming forwards and then lunging and then warrior three, if you want to, this is kind of really kind of far on. If you're really wanting to challenge yourself today, you can come straight from the leg lift into your warrior three without touching the ground, and then into your high lunge, and then we're going to proceed from there. So that's just another option if you want to go there. Okay, ground yourself, catch your breath. I feel quite out of breath in this one. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. Sweep the arms forwards. So you've got many options now. So into your leg position, into your lunge, or straight into your warrior three. So taking whichever flow you wish, and then we all end up in a high lunge. Let me face the other way. Good. So from your high lunge, I'd like you to bring, so your left leg is forwards. I'd like you to bring your right hand to the left thigh, and you're reaching back with your left arm. So you can stay there. If you want to make that a little more intense, arms in prayer, sinking slightly lower, and you're trying to get your right elbow to the outside and taking your gaze backwards. You're going to hold for a big inhale and a big exhale, and then you're coming forward, opening the arms, allow the back foot to square, and we come into a warrior two. Good. So from here, we're coming into an extended wide angle, so we're trying to keep our hips the same. We're trying to create a really long diagonal line on our right side. So if you can have your arm reaching forwards or resting on your leg, but if it's resting, it's really gently, you're not just kind of hanging out here. For those that want to and are comfortable with that, you can go into a half moon pose, which would be stepping forwards. I can't do half moon poses, but it would be this kind of transition that you're coming into. For that, you might need something under you, so a block, a big book, a box set. But for everyone else, back in this pose, inhale, sweeping the arms up, back into a warrior two. Coming into your high lunge. And then we're just going to step forward, reverse out how you went in. Back into your squat. Let's hold for 3, for 2, 1. Inhale and release. Shake them out. Let's just do the other side, and then we're done with this sequence. These are standing poses. Okay, grounding yourself. Are you ready? Can you feel it? Are you feeling tested? We're in testing times, so this is just how we're learning to practice our response to these situations. Inhale. Sweeping the arms. Transitioning through. Lunging or straight into your warrior three. Coming into your high lunge. Really lifting up and lengthening, grounded through that front foot. And then coming into the rotation that you wish. So your hand either on the thigh, so your left hand on the right thigh, to the outside. Arm reaching back, or hands in prayer and trying to bring your elbow to the outside. So again with this one, where you gaze is going to make it harder. So if you keep your gaze forwards, it's going to be slightly easier than if you take your gaze backwards. If you want to be more challenged, then take your gaze backwards. When you're done, inhaling back to center, lifting up. Coming into your warrior two. So the back foot is now parallel to the back of the mat. Front foot facing forwards, arms parallel. Sinking down, grounding down. And then moving into your extended wide angle. And again, if you want to, coming up into your half moon pose. That one's not for me today. Reach it down. Hey. Good. Inhale back into your warrior two. Into your high lunge. And then transitioning back out. Coming into your squat. Let's hold that for one last time. Checking your alignment, belly button in, bumps not sticking out. You can see your toes. Reach in for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale. Ooh, release those a bit. Okay, shake out as much as you need to. We're now going to do we're now going to do tree pose. So, grounding yourself down. As I said before, we kind of focus on what the moving parts are doing, but you really need to focus on your foundation. So grounding down through that left foot. And so your right foot's going to lift. So some that believe with tree pose, we should only go as far as the leg can go itself. But we always avoid the knee joint. So for me, that would be here. But if you wish, you can use your hand to assist in place. So you can have your toes just resting on the floor. You're going to hold onto your ankle, your calf, avoid the knee, or onto your thigh. So what we're really trying to do is open up our hips. So squeezing your glute muscles to really help open up that joint. And if you have, the higher you have your leg, the more chance you have of sweeping your hips. You want to try and keep them level. So come into whichever position you feel happiest in today. Your hands can be in heart center, they can be above your head, they can be open, they can be waving like a tree, whatever you need to do. And we're going to try and hold for 5 breaths. So in these 5 breaths, I want you to try and slow the breath and relax into the position, rather than sometimes like, okay, 5 breaths, let's close money, let's get on with this. So it's just trying to rest into that position. So, yoga, often instead of calling things homework, we call them intentions to make it sound slightly nicer. So what I'd like your intentions to be is that this week you try to, when you're brushing your teeth, you do a tree pose at the same time. Parker, Parker. Oh no, sorry, that's really is my mat going. One second. No, Lee, Parker, Lee. Okay, so resting down, so try to reverse down gently, realign yourself, and then we're going to go to the other side. So ground through your right foot, and then lifting up with your left. So again, squeezing the glutes to create that movement. Maybe try the arms in a different posture this time. So for this, it can really help to have a point of focus, well, with most balancing poses. So you stop having, we have monkey mind, but we also have monkey eyes. So we're all moving parts, we're looking around, we're distracted by things. We're just trying to calm back. And knowing, again, it's okay to wobble. So we're going to do this, and we've got one other standing pose. If you fall out, just come back in. Even if you think we're almost done, still just go through the motions of coming back into the pose. So this is a really lovely one for strengthening our bones, especially as we get older. Well, not just this one, just any where you're balancing. After your heart, gently releasing down. Okay. No, Parker. Come on. Come on. Okay, seamless. So now we're going to go into dancer pose. So this is, you're going to put your right elbow into your right side, palm facing up. You're going to take hold of your right foot from the inside. So we're gripping around, holding at the ankle joint from the inside. You then want to try and bring your knees back together. So for this one, you can hold onto a wall and take this steady. If this is where you need to be today, stay here. From here, you're going to lift up the left arm, really reach up, almost so your chin is touching your shoulder. And then we're going to try and come into a back bend first. So before we come down, we're trying to lift that leg up. So you're lifting as far as you can, so we're really creating a bend in our back. Trying to keep hips facing down. When you've got as far as you can lift, you can then start to lower your torso down. You want your hand to be high, so it shouldn't be coming lower than your head. And try and find a point on the floor and focus. So again, wobble, fall out, come back in. We're going to hold for another 3 breaths. Good. When you're done, gently try to release out as you went in. So you're trying to tread gently on the ground. And then release that supporting leg. And let's go to the other side. So left arm into the side, holding the ankle joints, trying to bring the knees back together. Right arm, and really reach up. So often when I say I want your shoulder blades kind of down and out, this time I don't. I want you to reach up as high as you can with that arm. This one is about real opposites. So as we kick into that hand and try and lift the leg, we're reaching our fingers forward. So we're really trying to create extremes here, which help us keep our balance. So again, lifting up as high as you can, and then allow yourself to lower. And keep your hips down. Steady the breath. And remember, how are you responding? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you trying, or are you falling into a bit of a lazy lull? Fall out. Just come back in again. You're making the body do things it's not used to doing. So just give it more time. Keep practicing. And it will eventually be like, okay, I've got this. I remember what we did last time. When you've done your 5, gently lifting up. Reach both arms up. And then just come into a forward fold where you round your back. Releasing down. If you want to move in, bending one knee, bending the other. Just we put a lot of pressure on that lower back, so it's now just nice to kind of round forwards and release. So from here, we're going to transition down to the floor. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step back into your plank. And maybe everyone just lower your knees. Gently lower yourself to the floor. From here, I want you to stay here. So I'd like you to place your arms by your side, palms facing up. And just turn so your right ear is on the floor, your gaze is towards your left. And just relax in that pose. So just stay in there, allow your heels to fall out. Try to, if your eyes are open, try to keep your gaze soft on something close, like the edge of your mat. And as you breathe, really expanding your belly into the mat. A complete surrendering pose, so our balance between effort and surrender. So working hard and making sure you rest. I think now's a tricky time with people working from home. It's hard to find our balance between the two with everything happening in the same place. So we just need to constantly work on that. Good. Without moving too much, I'd like you to roll onto your back. So trying to keep your head always on the floor. Small movements. Roll into your now lying on your back, facing upwards. Gently bring your knees into your chest so we round the back, taking some of that pressure off. And if you want to do any particular moves, then do. You can come into happy baby, just kind of allow the knees to fall from side to side. If there's anything you feel your body needs, before you can just rest down in your relaxation. So if you prefer to do your relaxation seated, then do. Otherwise, staying in that lying pose. Allow the body to be heavy. It's worked hard. Good. Allow your breath to become deeper. And then we're going to repeat our 4-7-8 breath. We're going to begin with the 4-7-8. I'll cue the first 2 and then I'd like you to continue. If you feel that that is too stretching for you, you're gasping, then start smaller and just gently extend the breath as you become more comfortable. So taking an exhale. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for 4. Continue under your own count. Inhaling for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. Once you finish your current round, just allow your breath to fall into a deep natural rhythm. Focusing on your breath. On your next inhale, begin to move your fingers and toes. Start to bring movement back into your body. Turning head from side to side. Stretching out or curling up. And then if you're lying down, gently rolling onto your right side. Take your time. This is probably the nicest bit, so don't rush it. Support your head with your arm or your hands if you're lying on the floor. And just be for a moment. Then gently with an inhale, pushing yourself up to a seated position. Okay, take another deep breath. Just relaxing where you are. With an inhale, stretching the arms up, reaching up, palms together. Lowering your hands in front of your heart, bowing your head. Thanking yourself for yoga today. Namaste. Good. It's Friday. I don't know why I'm so excited, because I presume Saturday is going to be the same as every other day this week, as we're just in the house. But for some reason this week seems like it has gone on for I don't know, 7 months or something. The concept of time is very distorted at the moment. But I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's doing okay, and I hope we are finding our balance and our rhythm in this new routine. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have lovely Fridays.